Hello everybody, it's me John, aka Nosey, and you join me for a little unboxing video. If you really enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share and maybe subscribe as well, so to keep up to date with everything that I upload. Thank you so much, let's get on with the video. I decided to do this as an actual video instead of a short, mainly because one of these items is something I've been really looking for. And some people will be like, wow, really? It's taking you this long to actually track one of these down? I got one as soon as it came out, but I was one of these people that missed out when it first went up for pre-order. And then apparently I was told at TF Nation 2026 that it was indeed reissued. And for some reason, it looks like I've missed out on the reissue as well, because the only reissues I've seen of one of them is, is one of them. I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to divulge too much right now, but I have 3 parcels. Now, I've been deliberately waiting for all 3, so I can make a bit more of a video out of it, I guess. But there is 2 more items. I managed to pick up one of these items at TF Nation 2026. I was really lucky to pick. I think it was literally the last one on In Demand Toys, and I showed it in my haul video. I basically managed to track down two figures that will go alongside him very, very nicely. So let's not waste any more time. I have 3 parcels. I've got this one. I've got a small one. And I have this one that came today. So I have 3 parcels. I'm going to leave the I'm going to probably, I don't know, which one shall I go with? Right, I'm going to go with the small one first, because it's just a small one in a little thing. So, trusty knife. Let's get on with this. Let's try and not stab myself in the process. So we're open. It's finally open. So it's just easiest to drop this out. So this is one of the figures, right? So this is one of the ones that I just mentioned that I was looking out for at TF Nation 2026, and I could not find this anywhere. It's a little bit damaged, but that was what I mean is by the outer packaging is damaged, hence why the price was not as high as I was expecting it to be. So I managed to pick up Thundercracker. I managed to pick up the new Studio Series 86 Thundercracker at TF Nation 2026. And so I saw this guy first, and then I went on eBay by chance. I got these both off, all of these are off eBay. So I went on eBay, found one specific thing, because I have to give a nice shout out to a good friend of mine that fingered me to one of these items. So, but this is Studio Series Skywarp. I finally have managed to track down a Skywarp. Now, people will be like, there's loads of Skywarps here. And I mean, Skywarp himself isn't necessarily difficult to pick up, I would assume. But I've checked my local area. I've gone into Forbidden Planet in Hull, and I've gone around some of the shops. No doubt, yeah, I've not been able to find this guy in the wild, basically. But I now have this is the legitimate figure as well. So it's not like a knockoff, I hope. I mean, it has got authentic logos on the back. Now, the box, the outer packaging obviously is a little bit dinted. Now, this was mentioned in the advertisement, saying that there was obviously it's been dropped to something in transit, Now the figure itself is fine. It's literally just this bottom corner. I'm not obviously this will not suit every collector, because there are some collectors out there that are mint in sale box collectors. I do not keep anything in box. So now we're going to move on to this package. So let's get this one open. So just a nice slit there. This one is now open. Lovely. So we've got bubble wrap, and here's the figure itself. I will say this, I'm very happy with the presentation of how this has been presented, because they have actually put some care into they have actually put a bit of care into this. Now this figure, I was very much thinking I would not be able to pick this guy up because of what I've been hearing, that they basically made this guy in the US, you basically could only get this a Target exclusive figure. It was originally supposed to be released properly, like a general release, but for some reason it got changed. I don't know if it was on Hasbro's end, most likely, but it got changed that if you was to pick up this figure, it would only be available in the US through Target. And apparently some of these was available at TF Nation 2026, but by the time I got in there, they'd all sold out. So I managed to pick up More Than Meets the Eye, Studio Series 86, Starscream. So yeah, I'm very, very happy indeed to pick up this Starscream. Just announced that it looks like Hasbro are revising their decision, or something is going on behind the scenes at Hasbro about the release of this figure. Apparently they are basically pointing fingers at Target themselves, because the main reason why this was going to be a bit of a problem was because, well, they decided to, apparently Target are saying Hasbro cancelled the figure, or cancelled the pre-orders. Hasbro are pointing fingers at Target, saying it wasn't Hasbro behind the cancellation. Apparently Target cancelled a load of orders. There's a lot of like tit for tat going on between both companies. But anyway, so lovely. Very happy. I've deliberately left this till last. I have to give a very special shout out to my good friend Andy, or Andrew. He sent me on WhatsApp. He sent me a message, and he sent me a link to an eBay page. I opened this link up, and it brings me to this guy. I was talking to him at TF Nation, that I was hoping to pick it up at TFN 2026, of course. If I could find one, I'd be really, really happy. And he sent me, this is a genuine figure. It's not a knockoff. It is legit. So I just want to say a big thank you to my good friend Andy for sending me this, remembering our conversation about this, and I'm just so happy to have this guy, because with owning this guy now, it means I now have a complete set of what these guys are. Right, so I think we're in. And this, but anyway, so looks like it's got all these bits there in this little baggie, which is good. Now this is the figure itself, which has been really well wrapped, I must admit, in bubble wrap. I almost had a stroke then. A piece of it was not attached when I opened him up out of the bubble wrap. But luckily it's just on the floor right underneath my leg, so I'm happy it is indeed all there. So thank you again to Andy for sending me the advert for this on eBay. But now I am a proud owner of Studio Series 86, Transformers the movie, Dinobot Slug / Slag, but in the UK it's known as Slug. Oh man, I am absolutely incredibly excited and happy to have this guy in my collection, because I have all the others. I've got Grimlock, I've got Sludge, I've got Swoop, I've got Snarl. This was literally the Triceratops guy. Slug was literally the only one I could not find at a decent price, because the price of this guy is ridiculous online, and the advert that Andy sent me was actually relatively quite reasonable compared to what I've seen before. So he looks incredible. I'm very happy. He looks great. I am so happy because with having this guy now, it completes my Dinobots for Studio Series. I have a complete set of Dinobots. I have all of them. Now, I have not bothered with the G2. I'm probably not going to bother buying into the G2 Dinobots. I actually prefer this colour scheme for the Dinobots, which is my personal preference, I guess. But I'm very happy just to have this guy. Now, there is a bit missing here off the tail, but I'm assuming there's like a little baggie here. There we go. So I've got Daniel Witwicky, the little exosuit. So I've got this little guy to go with him. And the piece that I was just referring to is this piece, I think, which I believe will be his actual gun weapon as well. So there's this right here at the back. Yeah, it is. Beautiful. That goes in there. And now it's complete. I am so happy. I know it doesn't seem like it because I am absolutely knackered, but after getting home from work, but I am just absolutely just over the moon. I'm going to have to at some point I'm going to have to try and rearrange my Glass Detolf, because I want to put all these guys on the same shelf next to each other, but I'm so thrilled to get all of them. So, just as an overview, I got this guy, Slug, I got Skywarp, and more than meets the eye, Studio Series Starscream. So happy to get these guys. I have pre-ordered the HasLab of Hasbro Pulse. I have pre-ordered the 4-pack as well of the Seekers. Once that comes, I will have these three together, as well as the multicoloured Rainbow Force as well. Yeah, and there's the unboxing. Thank you so much for watching. Reviews will be coming of these guys very, very soon. So keep your peepers peeled. Also, I just want to say a quick thank you that I have just reached 800 subscribers. I'm actually a little bit over that now, but yeah, I've just reached 800 subscribers, my next big milestone. So thank you so much for the support on the channel. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back real soon. Bye bye.